Hey everybody, welcome Thursday morning. We're gonna do some live trading here today. Let me just get this bad boy set up. Looking forward to this today very much. Been looking forward to this all morning long. Welcome to those of you that are brand new to the broadcast. I'm Rob Booker, best-selling author of Adventures of a Currency Trader and Trading by Faith. At some point in the broadcast today, I will be getting a mini refrigerator for the office, so probably have to interrupt our live trading broadcast. Glad to see you here. During the broadcast today, I am going to give away an iPad. I guess if you want like a Kindle Fire or something like that instead, in case you don't like technology, maybe you'd like a rotary phone. We'll be giving that away to somebody who leaves a comment today. So leave a comment, let me know where you're from. I'm wondering if anybody here today or watching the recording is from Kansas City. It confuses me why Kansas City is not in Kansas, or why a city with that name isn't in the place that you would think it is. Anyway, I don't know why that occurred to me today. All right, I'm going to check the comments here. I think I'll be able to see the comments during the live broadcast, so leave a comment, say hello. Happy to see you here on Twitter or otherwise. Let's take a look at the charts. As you know, I trade binary options short-term in the mornings because I can limit my risk. I can get an answer on whether I was right or wrong within a very short period of time. And my goal is every single time I make a trade is make $1 billion. Actually, my goal is to pay as little as possible to get into the trade within the first minute that the contract is available. If the contract is profitable or in the money within the first 2 minutes, stay in until the very end. All right, let's take a look. We'll do a around the world on all these currency pairs. Euro is rising. Mojo rising. Dollar Canadian. This is all looking terrible. Wow, maybe this is the worst morning ever. Pound yen. Pound yen looks like it's going to jump back up again. Wow. Look at that. Bullish move, flag, and then maybe another bullish move up. Wow, pound is strong. That's amazing. I moved the console over to the side here today. All right, let's take a look at some of these contracts. It's 9:05 a.m. my time, 5 minutes after the hour. Did you know that time moves slower if you're on a mountain compared to someone who's at the ocean? That's a real thing? That the theory of relativity, like Einstein's theory of relativity, says that that's all it takes is to be farther away from the center of the Earth or the mass of the Earth? I have no idea why I brought that up today, but that's been on my mind. Because I'm on the second floor here, and I feel sometimes like the day goes by really slowly. You think that's possible? Probably not. Alrighty. As you know, I look for things that are overbought or oversold. It doesn't appear that anything falls into that category. Yeah, I'm not seeing any chatting. Oh, that's why. Yeah. I wanted to be able to check the real-time chatting, but it does not appear that I can see all the real-time chatting. Yeah, okay, so I can't do that. Nope, I can't see any of your chatting in real time. That's ridiculous. I had this whole thing. Let's just give it another shot here. You never know. Maybe it'll work real quick. There we go. Please start streaming to connect your chat. All right. Excellent. I should be able to see your chat on some stuff. I may even be able to pull up my phone and see your chatting on Facebook. That would be great. What we're going to do in today's session is look for some short-term trades. For those of you that are brand new to this, the reason I'm doing this... Phone and see your chatting on there I am. Quebec, Canada, Texas, the force is strong in you, says Jason Smith. It's good to see your comments as we go. Oh, and now I could see Lloyd and Dave. Fantastic. I could see all your chats right here. Excellent. I could see it as we go. All right, welcome. All right, the point of doing all of this is that I'm trying to get better at price action. Trying to refine my ability to reduce the number of indicators that I use, simplify my analysis, and make better trading decisions. And one of the best ways to do that is to look at these short-term charts, plan some trades, and get some feedback pretty quickly on whether or not I'm reading price action correctly or profitably. Baikal is here from Kampala. Swethley is here. O. Jackson is here. Trade the 5-minute charts on the binary options. Sufyan is here. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Hey, Ben. Nice to see you too. Gosh, I love to see everybody commenting and hanging out here together and being nice to each other and whatnot. All right, it looks like the pound yen is dropping a bit, but I'd like to go long the pound yen today. So you see this formation. We have bullish movement up and then sideways movement across. I like that a lot. But as you can see, we're not overbought or oversold. We're just right in the middle. Do we have any news coming out today? We have Schweizer Franken news, which I think was already out, and British retail sales. They were forecast to be negative, as you can see here, but retail sales were stronger than expected at 0.3%. Yeah, the forecast was negative, but it was positive. So that explains the huge boost in the British pound this morning. Dylan's here. Good morning, Dylan. Nicholas is here. Good morning. I love to see these comments. I could see all of the comments right here in real time. Jim's here. I said, there's bearish Knoxville divergence on the pound yen. Why don't we pull up some Knoxville divergence and check that out? Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, a bunch of bearish divergences, sideways movement. Let's see, we got the new 5-minute contract. I would guess that we're going to finish above 148.88, but that's a very expensive contract. What if we really jump up? I could spend $12, $13 to make... Am I going to get in this one? I did, I got it. So I got in at 12. Spend 12 to make 88. That only profits if we jump up. Here we're going off of price patterns. Upward movement, sideways movement, which would create a bull flag kind of situation. and then up from there. I usually trade these within the first minute that they are available. Today I broke that rule because I wasn't really paying attention, doing a lot of things at the same time. But Bob McNeese is here, nice to see you here, and Martin's here, Legal is here from Ghana. Simaguru says, Rob Booker, my man. Good to see you this morning, nice to have you here. I love it when you comment, so the more comments you want to post, the better. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you trade. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know the last great book you read. And good morning to Jason Smith, lead instructor and one of the top traders in the world on DarwinX. You can look him up. Jason, you could post your DarwinX link right here inside of the chat on Facebook if you want. I really enjoy trading live with all of you during the morning. And any of you want to come stop by the office? If you're a lifetime member, we're going to have an open office hours, like an open office in October. I'll post some dates. End of the month, we'll do some live trading together. I don't think we're all going to fit in the office. What if we could crash Nadex headquarters? We could go to Chicago. It's easy to fly into Chicago. We could fly into Chicago. We could do some live trading. We could go out to eat. We could go to Portillo's. Anybody want to do that? If you want to do that, let me know. I'm interested. Jasper's long Australian dollar, US dollar. What's going on with that? I don't know. What's going on with you, Jasper? Jason's going to post his DarwinX account. He is one of the top ranked traders out of thousands on DarwinX, and he is the lead instructor for lifetime members. If you don't know what that means, I'm not going to tell you. Also just an all-around great guy. For those of you that are lifetime members and you know Jere, our Spanish language instructor, hey, good morning, come on in.
How you doing?
I told you someone would be stopping by. We got the big refrigerator. You can actually just leave it right inside the door if it'll fit.
Okay,
I know it's a big box.
all right, you have a good day, sir.
You too, have a great one. All right, that's great. We could do a little unboxing video. You know how they do like those unboxing videos on YouTube tech channels? We could do a big unboxing of a refrigerator. Oh, we're gonna have cold, delicious chocolate Soylent. Sounds terrible. My wife said that did not sound very appetizing. Chad Harmon, nice to see you. Did I see you at Disney? I'm just wondering if I did or not. All right, pound yen. Let's take a look again at these charts. And we'll do a little round the world action. Ooh, Australian dollar, check that out. Bearish divergence. Close below 72.86. That's too expensive. Dang it. I mean, look at this. Risk 64. I'm not going to risk $64. What am I, some kind of bazillionaire? 72.83? That's a little cheaper, yeah. Are we in the first minute? Yeah, we were in the first minute of the contract. Risk 9 to make 91. What if it pops up? I mean, real big time. Real big. We could risk 6 to make $120. Or risk 7 to make $180. My math is off today. Apologize for that. So we got a couple trades going. Let's walk through everything that I just did. All right, I like divergence, as many of you know. This is bearish Knoxville divergence. It's an early warning sign that price is going to reverse. So what I did was I traded a contract which was essentially going to profit if we fall below this level right here. I'll get a real big chart here so you can see it nicely. And then I offset that trade by buying a contract which would profit if we go higher. The only way that we're a loser if it stays in this zone right here, which it's absolutely possible that it's going to do that. And you know, technically I've been a loser all my life. And I mean that in the best possible way. Meaning I don't go into these trades with the expectation that everything's going to work out perfectly and I'm going to make a ton of money. I go into the trade with the expectation that I have to pay as little as possible because it's possible that it's not going to work out. Now, yesterday I made a bunch of money by trading at the very end of a contract right near the expiration. And I want to show you how I did that in just a few minutes. Fakazi says, I jumped in on a trade and it went south on me, and then I tried to cover my losing trade with another short, but that went south. Yeah. Hey, Fakazi. Love you. I don't think you saw any of the stuff I just posted on the screen. All right. So let's go back through it again. Here is the Australian dollar US dollar chart. I traded a contract which benefits if price falls below this level. And I love this divergence. But I offset it by trading a contract which profits if it rises. Now, for our friend who lost some money trading the Australian dollar yesterday, and I feel your pain, I've been in the same position. What you want to do is spend as little as possible for these contracts, meaning you might have 5 or 6 losses in a row, and then you'll be fine. Because when you finally get a winner, it really pays for the whole experience. I get into trouble when I've paid too much to get into a contract or traded too many of them, and then I take a bigger than average loss, and then it puts me in the hole and it's harder to come back from that. David says, how much space do you give your hedge? It's a great question, David. And what I'm really looking for is to spend the least amount of money possible. So I'm looking for, and none of these apply, I'm looking for contracts that are on the top side, you know, $3 to $5. And then on the lower side, in the sell column, you know, above 90. I'm looking for really inexpensive contracts so that I can be wrong and it won't cost me very much money to be wrong, and I can be wrong repeatedly until I finally get it right. Which sounds like I'm joking around, but I'm not. All right, this is a good example. This is 85, so risk 15 to make 85. Price has to go below 72.83. It's at 72.85 right now. And I have 4 minutes and 29 seconds for this to go profitable. That's a good risk to reward. I could lose multiple times in a row, and that's perfectly fine. Now I could offset it if, let's say price jumps 10 pips higher. I could offset it. Well, let's just say price jumps even less than 10 pips higher. I could trade a couple of these. I could risk $7 to make 96 times 2. $7 to make $180. And really, that's only, from where it is right now, that's only 6 pips higher. I mean, try making $180 from a move 6 pips higher within 5 minutes from the spot Forex market. Highly unlikely that that'll happen. Okay, price is falling as we would expect it to do after bearish divergence. So we'll keep an eye on the candle off to the right. So I'm going to just make that as large as possible so we can really keep an eye on that. We want to see it fall below that red line that I drew. And we want to see, with 3 minutes left to go, we want to see it go into the money, which means below the red line. Steve Martin's here. Loved your book, Born Standing Up. How do I set up my market filter on Nadex? I don't use the market filter on Nadex. I just click over here to the side on the left, 5-minute binaries, and then the currency pairs. I might set up a watch list if I can. I tried the other day, but it didn't work actually. So scratch that. Oh, look at that, we're falling below. We got to stay below that line. Now we're not below that line. We got to stay below 72.83. So what I want to do now is just take money. Okay, so we took some profit. And here's the reason I took some profit. We're still not even in the money. We're at 72.83.8. And so we're not in the money with 2 or 3 minutes to go. And I had profit. All day yesterday, what I did was, and I lost a couple $100. And what I did was I was trading. I got into a situation like this where with 2 minutes left to go, we were close to my strike price, but not at my strike price and not below my strike price. And because it was falling, I had some money on the table. And I didn't take it. I was like, we'll wait and see if this goes all the way through lower. And it didn't, and I kept losing and losing and losing. And so instead of having small wins over and over again, I was taking losses that were in total like $200. And it's ridiculous. So my little rule is I need to be in the money with 3 minutes to go. And if I'm not, take anything I can get. Now you can see here, with 52 seconds left, we're making a big move lower, and this contract would have been wildly profitable. So let's take a look at that. You can see this candle dropping much lower. So, do I feel like a dummy? Every day. But do I feel like I made the wrong decision here? Absolutely not. So yesterday, near the end of the day, as I was still trading my way out of the hole that I dug, I got myself a really cheap contract. It went into the money really, really soon. And my trade was wildly profitable with like 2 minutes left to go because price had moved so much. And I kept it. And it ended closing right at the strike price. So I barely made a win out of that. And then I stopped trading. Okay, so that was a nice move lower. And let's see what we're looking at here. Australian dollar is turning out to be my favorite pair to trade. Okay, 72.90. That's too expensive to buy one that profits up there. I'm not going to spend $11. So this movement that we just got on this bigger candle messed up all these prices. There's another comment that's going to come through at some point in time, and it's worth addressing. If I pay $3 to make $97 within 5 minutes, and we're close to being in the money with 3 minutes left to go, but not all the way there, I'm only risking $3. There is a line of thought that says, are you a dummy? Why not just hold on to that all the way through? I'll be back in just a second. And we're back. David's here. Bonjour, monsieur. It's nice to see Sufyan here, Joseph here. I love all these comments. If you're just joining us now, welcome to you. I'm Rob Booker. We're doing a little bit of live trading. And I'm waiting for this candle to close. See what we might be able to do. Everything was a little bit too expensive for me to trade on this candle. Pound yen really hasn't moved since we talked about it. Euro dollar hasn't really moved. What about the US dollar Canuck? Nothing going on there. Australian dollar just it's a lot of fun to trade that. All right. I looked through all of them just there. I know it wasn't on the screen, but nothing interesting happened. Why don't we just take a look at all of those? I'll pull up the whole thing, fill the chart, fill the screen with charts. Fill your life with charts. TradingView.com. All right, Australian dollar up here. Bearish divergence and dropping a little bit. Euro yen, maybe bearish. That could just be a bull flag. British pound US dollar. I think this is bound to rise a bit. And the US dollar Canadian dollar, which is actually the financial instrument that cost me all the money yesterday, all the bad trades I took. And one great trade I took around news. Does anybody here want to trade these things during the news? I'm thinking that we could have a lot of fun trading these binaries around the news releases. I'm really looking forward to that. Joe says, hey, Rob, finally made it to a live one. Thanks for changing the time schedule. Excellent. Let me know where you're from if you're watching live. Would love to know where you're from, how you're doing today. Hey, is there a sensible reason for your tightnesses? I know. Learn to live a little. Oh, yeah. Why am I risking so little? Well, for the first couple of months of trading these binaries, I'm trading a smaller trading account and not risking very much per trade. But I'm thinking of bumping this up to a $10,000 account and going for a couple hundred, few hundred pesos a day. Dollars a day starting in October. Maybe if we all meet up in Chicago. Oh, Kare's here from Sweden. Dylan wants to trade the news. Hello from California says OIB. OIB. All right, here we got a new contract. Australian dollar, US dollar. It's not really, there's no price action that shows me anything here. Although it just looks like the dollar wants to be weak again across the board. So what I want to do is get something that benefits if price rises. Risk 3 to make. Oops, I pressed the button twice. That needs to go up to 72.89. So within 5 minutes, if we can rise up above this line, we're good. And let's see if we can fall below 72.77. Risk $3 to make 96. Could we get filled on both of those? Great. Now at the end of this candle, or at the end of a pound yen candle, what I want to do is show you what I might do to trade in the last minute of a contract as well. Mike's here from North Carolina. I traded the 2-hour binaries, took profit for a great win. Mike, how's your family and you? You all doing okay in North Carolina? Maybe you're not near the coast and near the storms. Our prayers go out to you. Yesterday did about $200. Oh no, it turned out better than that. But Mike, you're from North Carolina. I don't know what the suggested charity is, but in addition to doing the iPad today, why don't we do a donation to hurricane relief efforts? I don't know, can somebody suggest a charity that would be responsible to donate to? And we'll do that today. You know, because it's not just about the trading. It's also about Mike. No, Mike, I'm happy to hear that you're okay. We were hit last year, of course, right? And it was devastating to so many people in our surrounding areas, and for just the luck of the draw, our house was perfectly fine. So, all right, with 2 minutes left to go, I want to start looking at contracts that we might trade at the very end of things. 72.81. So you can't. There's nothing really affordable here. Not on the Australian dollar. Pound yen. Okay, pound yen. Let's take a look at these ones. So with a couple minutes left to go, what I want to look for is an in-the-money contract, 148.83. If we could stay higher above 148.83, this contract wins, but we spend 63 to make 36. Not a very good trade-off. But with 1 minute to go, if it's in the money, it's not likely to go out of the money with 1 minute to go. So we may be able to get like in at the very end in a contract that's in the money and sort of sneak our way into a profitable trade with 50 seconds to go. Now, right now, we're just barely above 148.83 with 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. I'm going to trade this. I'm just going to do this. We're at 142.82. And with 1 minute, we need this to jump up a bit. With 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go. I want to pay as little as possible for this. I don't want to trade two of those. Oh, look at that. It got really expensive all of a sudden. When it was at like 40 bucks, that was brilliant. Well, we'll just do it here, right? That's what we're doing here. Working orders. It's trying to fill this order, but it can't. It's too expensive. Oh, there it is. So let's keep an eye on this one. It looks like these two really inexpensive Australian dollar contracts are going to expire worthless. But what we want the British pound to do is finish above 148.83. And there it is. It's profitable. Now, my mistake yesterday was not taking the money on those. Was holding that all the way to completion, and then it ended up being unprofitable. See, I just took profit on that trade even though it wasn't in the money. So with like 50 seconds to go, I got something that was close to being in the money, waited like 10 seconds and took a really small profit. It's not a lot of money, but in the last 50 seconds, if it suddenly jumps, all of a sudden, that's a really quick profit. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the pound yen, Australian dollar, US dollar. Mike, I'm loving the North Carolina commentary. I'm loving the conversation in between folks inside the chat. Hey, Julianne says, hey. Along says, good idea. I have family in Durham, North Carolina. Did anybody suggest a charity? David says, our prayers for North Carolina. The normal time I'll go live to do these trades is 9 a.m. Central Time every day. And we'll go for 30 to 40 minutes. I may end up starting to go like for 2 hours. Okay, back to the charts. Australian dollar looks like it might close higher. I'm really low. This British pound, Japanese yen has been just really good to me. Looks like we're bearish. Can we fall and stay below 148.78? Looks like we're going to fall and stay below that number. But if we... See, there's nothing affordable up above right now. And with 3 minutes to go, it's unlikely we'll get something affordable. It would have to move up 10 pips for any of those to even be remotely profitable. What we want to do is maybe do one of these last second trades again. I like the fact that it's holding down here. So can we get something that will profit from it remaining bullish? 148.83, that's too expensive. And it's only got 2 minutes to rise all those pips. But we are due for a bigger candle here. Can we finish above 148.83? Can we finish higher than that? Oh, it's getting expensive. Had a chance to buy that, but there was too much it's too much risk. But now, see, with 2 minutes left to go, it's likely to stay above 148.83. But now it's a little bit more expensive than I'd like. 2 minutes left to go. Can we get it cheaper? 50 bucks? 51? Oh, it's gonna, that's, it. Oh, now it's super expensive. Look at that. It's a tough thing to do. This trading in the last minute business. Well, we're well above that price now. Yeah, I can't even get it at all. Can't even buy that one at all. Lee says, new here as of yesterday, watched a lot of your videos on Finch, interested in that, just wanted to say hi, I dig the cut of your Forex jib. Lee Floyd, love you. Where are you from, Lee? Julian's listening from Paris. Oh, a food bank, Lloyd. That is a great idea. Okay, I'll look up a food bank in North Carolina. David says, I didn't know Paris had internet. Paris is beautiful. I went to Paris, Julian, with my wife for our honeymoon. It was glorious. Wow, we're even above 148.89. Wow, I missed that one. So a lot of you are saying, well, couldn't the pound yen take a sudden drop lower? Well, on the next contract, let's see what we can do about that. Let's see if there's something affordable that will benefit if price really takes a major drop lower. Like below 148.81. Wow, that's expensive. Come on. There we go. It's not even going to fill that trade. Well, I wonder if that the fact that it took the trade finally. I was going to say, I wonder if there was a lot of bearish sentiment in the market. 149 even. Trying to look for something that benefits if price goes up. That's my original idea, right? Can we stay above 148.91? I'm not gonna buy that one. That's too expensive. I'm not gonna sit here and just throw money away. As I sit here and throw money away. Let's get rid of all these drawings. Clean up the chart a bit. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Small video is blocking the view of ticket dialogues. Well, I could probably fix that. Just make it like a smaller Rob. Like right in the middle. How's that? I mean, nothing really in the ticket window, but. Can anybody hear crazy music in the background? You're not going nuts. All right, I'll lower the sound. I'll lower the music. I like hearing the music in the background. It relaxes me as I trade. It's just free music for vlogs. Calm and relaxing music. Yeah, we went bullish again rather than bearish. Look at this Australian dollar just printing the smallest candles on earth. Step right up, everybody. See the smallest candles on earth. Okay, I agree this song is annoying. No argument there. Hola, Rob. Hablas español. Fidel Lazarte Vargas. Oh, that's great stuff. We're going to look at maybe a couple of longer-term charts after this contract expires. And then maybe sign off. And we'll come back tomorrow, of course, 9 a.m. Central Time. Now I can't hear the music at all. So when there's these quiet moments, it's nice to hear a little bit of something. "59 seconds left to go. We are definitely going to stay above 148.91. Could I buy one of those? Now with 45 seconds left to go, we just have to stay above 148.91. Okay, let's zoom in on this. There's the P&L. Just have to stay above 148.91. Which we are doing. Now tie goes to the runner, meaning if we are at 148.91, that's enough. And with 9 seconds left to go, that's going to be a $33 win. There it is. So that was a good example of a final 45 seconds of the trade. Price is above a strike price. There's a contract that costs 60 to make 40, 65 to make 35, but we're above the strike price. There's only 45 seconds left. The candle has momentum in the direction that we suspect it's chosen, and it wants to finish in the same direction that it's going now. Meaning a 5-minute candle is more likely than not to spend the last 45 to 55 seconds going in the same direction it has been going up to that point. And the exceptions to that would be candles that have long shadows and no body. And we could take a look at one of those candles right. Let's see if we can find a good example of that. Right here. This would not be a good example of a candle we'd want to trade any of this on. This is super indecisive. So at the end of that 5-minute candle, we have no idea which direction it wants to go. It's just, there's absolutely no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no indication that it's chosen a direction. It's indecisive. Let's reset the chart and take a look here. So there are times with 40 seconds left to go, there's a trade worth taking. Okay, the Australian dollar seems to be dropping. Anything really inexpensive that we can get here? No, not really. I'm going to stay below 72.81. Very likely. Maybe with 45 seconds left to go on this contract, we could pick that direction. With 2 minutes left to go, that's too much time. We'll trade this last 5-minute candle, and then I'll say goodbye. So here's the candle, the far right candle, right here. We're thinking that this may show us what it wants to do. And now we have a longer wick and no body. It's exactly the thing I just said we don't want to see. Pound yen, on the other hand, is decisive. So we want to stay below 148.91. It's too expensive. 148.86. It's not below that number, so we can't trade that one with just a few seconds to go. 1 minute left to go. Maybe we'll get a chance to trade this, but maybe not. Mike from North Carolina, you're the winner. Send me a message on, okay, here's what you're gonna have to do. Send me a message on Telegram Messenger to 304-281-8332. You can also text me at that number, but do it on Telegram Messenger. And then we'll communicate about your address, and you're the winner of the iPad. And if anybody has a good idea for a charity to donate to in North Carolina, I'll do that today as well. Food bank preferred. Some of you are saying that your time and my time is off about 5 seconds. That's normal. 37 seconds left to go. We're going to stay. Couldn't get it. I was thinking of too many things at the same time. But as you can see here, it picked a bearish direction with 45 seconds left to go. It would have been worth taking a trade that benefits from price dropping. But I was trying to do too many things at the same time. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been joining us for these live trading sessions for the last couple of months, and in particular for the last days of September. I'm really going to try to get a solid plan in place for how I approach this every day. Then I'm going to increase the size of my trading account. We'll do some of this live trading together. I'll release the class on binary options. It will be like $20, like super cheap class, so everybody can take advantage of it. And then in Chicago, maybe we can meet up together maybe in October. We can crash Nadex headquarters. Maybe they'd give us some space to hang out and have a meeting. Bring in some food, have a good time together. Super happy to spend some time with you. Love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm Rob Booker. Remember, trading involves a substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all traders. And you should only trade with money that you can afford to lose. And before we go, why don't we take a look at the giant box that this refrigerator came in. Oh, that's too big. Yeah, you can, yeah. I'll just post a picture on my Instagram. I can't even fit this through the doorway. What am I going to do? Holy moly. I can't even, well, I guess I could move the camera around. Check this out. That's right, everybody. Let's move the camera around. So now you can see this, right? I can't even fit this through. Now I have to climb over it. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Great to spend some time with you. Great to trade some stuff together. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for more live trading. See you later, everybody. Bye for now. Love you all.